So good morning everyone. My name is Amit Kumar Singh and welcome to the class. This is the second class on our PGCT exam training. So yesterday I have discussed about the concept of percentages which you can use while solving the questions on data interpretation, while solving the problems on profit and loss, time, speed and distance, time and work, simple interest, compound interest. You need to require the concept of percentages. If we are good with conversion, what all we have discussed yesterday, if you have gone through the video recording of yesterday class, definitely by this time you would be prepared that tomorrow whenever you see any values which need to be converted in the form of percentage or directly or indirectly, if any question comes, you can easily solve them. So before a percentage, what we have discussed in afternoon slot, in morning slot, we have talked about a few basic concepts on Vedic maths. So it is important that our basic concept on Vedic maths should be strong. And I told you also that you should be good with a table, square, cubes, and all. Try to remember as many tables, square, cubes if you can. You can see in 2017 there's a question. This is a question number 96. You can see what is the square root of 729. This question has came, guys. What is the square root of 729? So nothing can be more easier than this question. So the purpose of showing you this question is to tell you that how you can distinguish a question. A question can be difficult sometimes. A question can be so much easy, like what is the square root of 729? If you cannot able to solve this question, then it become a problem. So like Sachin gave the answer is 27. Either if you don't know, you can apply, like imagine you don't know the square root of 729. So if you don't know, you can at least do that by using option. Apply the formula a square 2ab b square. You can apply this formula what we discussed yesterday, where you a is 2 and b 7, one by one you can try. But if you do like this way, you'll waste your time. So just a quick revision. So here we'll start from b, will reach till a. What is 7 square? 49. Then 4 carry. Then what is 2ab? What is 2 into 7 into 2? So 2 into 7 into 2 is 28. 28 plus 4 is 32. Write 2, 3 carry, 2 squares 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 729. One by one, individually you can do square, you can do the squaring, but that way if you do, you means you are gone. Okay, so that's why I suggest everyone to please remember the squares and all. So if it would be really great if you can remember the square. I know the square till 50. So it's everything is like it follow a pattern. Like I'll give you an example. Like you know that 40 square is 1600. I believe everyone knows. Now what is 41 square? 41 square is 1681. Okay, so you can easily find out. Okay, or then if you notice what is 42 square? After 16, what digit comes? 17. After 16, what digit comes? 17. Okay, now 42 is how much less than 50? 42 is 8 less than 50. Okay, what is 8 square? 64. This is 42 square. What is 43 square? After 17, what comes? 18. Okay, so 43 is how much less than 50? 7. What is 7 square? 49. It follow the pattern. 44 square. After 18, what comes? 19. Okay, 44 is how much less than 56? What is 6 square? 36. 45 square. Already we have discussed this yesterday. Any number which ends with 5, how to find the square? 4 square. So this is 20. After 19, 20 comes. What is 50 is how much less than 45 is how much less than 55? What is 5 square? 25. 46 square. So it follow the same pattern like what I told you. So this would be 211. 47 square. This would be 2209. 48 square. This would be 2304. 49 square. This would be 2401. So if we know the pattern, our calculation will become very easy. So more and more we work on pattern, more and more we see our around ourselves, the things will become much more easier for us. Like if and you want, this is also a method how to find the square root of a number. There's a shortcut method is also there, but the shortcut method only works on perfect square. I can tell you that, and I can impress you in within 5 minutes. Not within 5 minutes, within 2 minutes you can get the answer. But that method only work on perfect square. And in exam, you'll never get to know it is a perfect square or not. So I'm telling you traditional method of finding the square root. So you can write 729 like this. Okay, once you write 729 like this, now make a pair. Once you write 729 like this, make a pair. Whenever you do pair, always make pair from this end. Make whenever you develop pair, always make pair from this end to this end. Okay, so always take pair from this end. So what you can do, you can write 729 like this. Sachin, you can do like this, or there's another method is there, Sachin, for that. 42 square, which I told you yesterday. You can write 50 minus 8, 8 square 64. Then 42 minus 8 is 34, and do the half of 34. So this already we have discussed yesterday. Okay, so 729, you can write 729 like this. Okay, so you can write 729 like this. Now what you do, make a pair. So whenever you make pair, always make a pair from right to left. Okay, so my pairing is done. Now now with 7, there's no digit with 7. 7 is alone. So you think of a number whose square is 7, or a value lesser. So which number whose square is 7 or lesser than 7? The number is 2 now. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. So which number will come before 7? The number which will come before 7 is 2. 2 square is 4. Okay, so write 2 square. So 2 square is 4. Write 2 twos are. So if you write 2 twos are, so 2 twos are is 4. So what is 7 minus 4? 3. Okay, now bring next pair down. This is 329. Okay, now what you do, you wrote 2 twos are 4. Now add them, 2 plus 2, you'll get 4. Okay, now what you need to do, once you're done with this, now what you need to do, now you have to think of a digit. You have to think of a digit. You have to multiply with the same digit. Now you have to think of a digit. You have to multiply with the same digit so that you should get 329, or a value which is very less than 329. So think of a digit. You should multiply with the same digit so that you should get 329. So means you have to try 41 ones. The digit should be same. You can see here, you try 41 ones or 42 twos. The digit should be same. 84. You try 43 threes, that is 129. Try. So if you do 47 sevens, if you do 47 sevens, you will get 329. So your work is done. You write 7. You write 7, and here you write the same digit, multiply with the same digit so that you should get 329. And this, if you add, you will get 54. So this is your answer. So, but do you want to do like this way? Imagine an exam like this where in 1 minute you have to solve one question. If you do like this, means you are gone. If you get some difficult number and all, then if you are doing, then I can understand. If I give you some difficult number, 8, 7, 9, 5, 4, 6, 3, something like this. If I ask you what is the square root of this number, then you make pair like this. Then you think like this. So I can understand. That time I can understand your concern. That time I can understand your concern. That time I can understand that you are doing it like this, 36, 39. So that time if you do, then I'll support you. So if you are doing like this, that time I'll support you. But in exam, such kind of easy questions, if you will do like this, means then gone, you are gone. Okay, so that the reason why I'm telling you why I started the class with this question, the reason why I started the class with this question is to tell you that sometimes in exam we get such easy questions like this. So for that we should be good with squares. So our memory power, I told you to remember the table till 20. So if you have by hearted the table till 20, if you know the square values, if you know the cube value, then it will definitely will help you while solving the questions in exam. Yeah, Anusha, yes, Anusha, you can be dependent on options. You can be dependent on options always, Anusha. Whenever you get confusion in exam, Anusha, you should always dependent on options. Sir, questions on algebra you can do much more faster by using options. Arithmetic you cannot do with options very fast, but algebra questions on linear equation, quadratic equation, okay, so the questions on inequalities, graph and all, if you use options, it would have been much more better for you. Okay, so it all depends on like if you do options, you can do much more faster. Okay, now so guys, like that's the reason why I told you you have to remember the square, cubes, everything. Okay, so I believe everyone knows the cube till 9. Everyone knows the cube till 9. 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 25, 6 cube is 216, then 7 cube is 343, 7 cube is 3, 8 cube is 512, then 9 cube is 729, then 11 cube is 1331, 12 cube is 1728. You have to by heart these values. 13 cube 2197, 14 cube 2744, 15 cube 337. You should by heart these values. Sometime in questions, in the questions of simple interest, compound interest can come where you require this logic of cubes and all. You never know. Imagine if you don't know this, then you are unnecessarily losing your opportunity of trying to clear a very good exam. So make sure that you remember the cube. If you don't know the cube, the shortcut formula of finding the cube is a cube 3a square b 3ab square and b cube. You want the cube of any number. Suppose I want the cube of 16. Suppose I want the cube of 16. This is a shortcut formula, Vedic mathematics. So here, suppose I want the cube of 16. So the A for me would be 1 and B for me would be 6. What is 1 cube 1? Okay. What is 3A square B? Means 3 into 1 square into 6. That is 18. What is 3A square B? 3 into 1 square into 6. That is 18. Okay. Then 3AB square. What is 3AB square? 3 into 1 into 6 square. So 36 threes are 108. 36 threes are is 108. 36 threes are is 108. Then what is B cube? B cube is 216. So write the number like this. So write A cube, 3A square B, 3AB square and B cube. And once you write it like this, now you just need to focus on unit digit. Just write down the unit digit and remaining take carry. So what is a unit digit in 216? 6. What is a unit in 216? The unit digit on 216 is 6. So write only 6, take 21 carry. So what is 108 plus 21? That is 129. So write 9. This was 129. So write only 9. Take 12 carry. What is 12 plus 18? 30. Write 0, 3 carry. What is 3 plus 1? 4. This is the answer. So the cubes, it's very important to work on cubes. Perfect cube, non-perfect cubes, all are important to work on. So please make sure that you learn these things, you practice on daily basis. So I have made 8 videos on Vedic maths. So all those students who are subscribed to my channel, all the people who are subscribed to my channel, you can watch my videos on Vedic maths. I have made 8 videos on Vedic maths. If you these videos, you can be definitely will be equip yourself so that future, if you see such kind of problem, you can easily clear such kind of hindrances. Anyway, so you can understand the importance of memory is again very important in working on competitive exam. You can do it very well. Going further, for the exam, like probably yesterday we have discussed the concept of percentages and all. So I believe you still remember what all we have done yesterday. So you can see this question number 76. You can try this question number 76, everyone. So this question, 2018 question paper on percentage. Paper on percentage. Everyone, please try this question. When you're done with 76, you can try 77 after that. So this question number, if I talk about question number 76, if I talk about question number 76, so this is, I consider this is a good question. So here in this question, you can see it's given that x is, p is x% more than q, where q is x minus 10% less than r. If p is greater than r, so what is the range of value x can take? So what is the range of value x can take? So this it would be better if you solve this question by using option. So using option is the best way of getting the answer for this kind of question. So here you can easily notice that's written that q is x minus 10% less than r. Means by that you can easily understand that the value of x cannot be less than 10%. So you can easily understand. You can see this that for the q, for the value q, it is x minus 10%. So it is x minus 10%. So with this you can easily understand that the value of x, it cannot be less than 10%. Even then, if you do not understand also, that is fine, because if you see the options, if you see the option here, 10% is there everywhere. So there should not be any confusion on this part. There should not be any confusion on the lower limit of the answer. Okay, there should not be any confusion on the lower limit of the answer. If you do not understand also, it's well and good. There's no problem. You'll never get problem on that part. Now the question comes to consider the maximum value of x. So what can be the maximum value of x? Is it 28? Is it 25? Is it 37? Is it 43? So what is the maximum value of x I can take? So very good, Venkatesh. Very good, Bhavan. So what is the maximum value of x you can take? So I don't know. The answer can be option A, answer can be option B, answer can be option C, answer can be option D. So let randomly take some value. So let randomly take some value. So let x is equal to 30%. Okay. So very good hint is given to me. So I can, this question is solved with this important thing, that p should be greater than r. Okay, the very important thing is the p should be greater than r. So I'm just assuming, I don't know what is the correct answer. So I'm just assuming x is 30%. Okay, can I do that? No, because ultimately we have to eliminate the option. No, Anusha has asked, so can we solve the question with option? So few questions you have to solve only with options only. Okay, so that is the important thing. So this question I just took for Anusha. because she mentioned that can we solve the question with options. You have to learn this habit that of when you're writing a competitive exam, you have to think the examiner point of view. The four options are given to us, so they are like a weapon. So four weapons we have, so we have to use them in the war. So it's like we are playing in the war. Anyway, so going further, here it is written x is p is x% more than q and q is x minus 10% less than r. Okay, if I'm asking x is 30%, so what that means? So that means that q is uh, 30 minus 10 means q is 20% less than r. It means q is 20% less than r. And you can easily understand. So if so you can if p is 30% more than q, means p is 30% more than q. It means p is 30% more than q and q is 20% less than r. That you can easily understand with this. So we can start solving. Let r is, you can take let r 100, anything, let r is 100. So take r is equal to 100. So what is the q value? So q is 20% less. So what is q value? So the q value would be 80. And everyone is understanding. Take r, let r is 100. So q would be 80, 20% less. Okay, and what is p? P is 30% more. P is 30% more. Yesterday I taught you all this. How to find 30%? How to find 30% of 80, guys? Yeah, but this is very important. You have to learn this. How to find 30% of 80? What is 100% of 80? 100% of 80 is 80. What is 10% of 80? 10% of 80 is 8. What is 100% of 80? 100% of 80 is 180. 100% of 80 is 80. What is 10% of 80? 8. So what is 30% of 80? What is 30% of 80? What is 8 threes are 24? And you are understanding this. So 24 more means how much the P has become? P is 104. So this is happening. This is happening. P should be greater than R. See, my P is 104. My R is 100. Means P is greater than R. Means so the P should be greater than R. So what is the range? So the range is not 30. So range is not 30 means the range is not 30 means this cannot be the answer. This is not the answer. This is definitely not the answer. So if the range would have been 28, so any value if I take more than 28, then in that case the P would have been less than R. You can easily understand this. Everyone, this is good question, and you have to use your brain. It's not something cakewalk kind of question. So I assumed a value. Let R is 30. So if I took if I took let X is 30. So if I took X is 30, then X minus 10 is 20. Okay, so P is 30% more than Q. So Q is 20% less than R. I took R as 100. So the P value I'm getting is 104. So I'm getting P value as 104. Your R was 100. So P is still more than R. P is still more than R. So means 30 is acceptable value. So the value, the range of X is more than 30. So the answer is then neither A, neither B. Then what? Okay, then after that what? So after that what value can I take? After that what value can I take? So if I take 40% after this, if I take 40%, my work is done. So if I take 40%, then I can easily understand answer is C or D. Okay, so I can take let X is equal to 40%. Let X is equal to 40%. Okay, let take X equal to 40%. Okay, so it means P is 40% more than Q. It means P is 40% more than Q and Q is 40 minus 10, 30% less than R. Q is 30% less than R. So let R is 100. So the Q, what is Q value? Q value would be 70. I don't think anyone have doubt on this. Okay, then P is 40% more. P is 40% more. What is 40% of 70? 28. What is 40% of 70? 28. So what is the P value? P value. What is 40% of 78? That is, what is the P value? You are getting P value as 98. Oh my God, what has happened? What has just happened? So you know that P should be greater than R. It is written P should be greater than R. But if I take X equal to 40, then I'm getting P less than R. Then I'm getting P less than R. Means 40 is not the range. 40 is not the range. Means my answer is more than 30 but less than 40. Only one option is there. The option is C. That is my answer. Fine, everyone. So you have to learn to use options. With options, you can get the answer very easily. Try to make the situation simple for yourself. Sir, why you took 40? Why you not taken 33% or 34% or 27%, 28%, 29%? Why you took 40%, 30%? Because we have to make situation easy. Imagine if I take 37% or 34%. So your ability to understand would be much more weaker then. You'll think the situation has become very complicated. So exam, you have to solve the question also considering the situation to be easy. Fine, right, everyone? So the answer for this question is option C. Because if you take any value, more than 37%, then definitely the P is not getting more than R. If you want to prove, I can prove by taking 37 also. If anyone have any confusion on that part, I can take X equal to 37. I'll show you X equal to 31 just to show you that part. I can do that also. So this is 37, but avoid doing that. Exam, if you do, you'll unnecessary will waste your time. 27 complicated data if you will take, it will unnecessary will be wastage of your time only. You have to save your time in exam. So Q is 27% less than R. So the value of Q is 73. 73 plus 27 is 100. Okay, 27% less than R. So Q is 73. Clear now? Now what is the P value? The P value is 37% more. Now this become complicated. How to find 37%? And now the situation become complicated. We need to do rigorous calculation. So how to find 37%? So what you have to do? You have to do 73 plus 73 into 37%. This calculation you have to do. You have to find 73%. So I can write this as 73 into 1.37. This calculation I have to do. Now, yesterday I told you Vedic maths, how to multiply. So I can write it like this. I can apply crisscross method. Yesterday we have learned crisscross method to perform calculation. So this becomes 0. This is 7. This is 0. This is 7. Okay, this is 7. This is 0. Now this is 3. Now this is 3. This is 0. This is 21. So this is 24. Okay. Then this is 9. 9 and 49. 49 plus 9 is 58. Already we have learned this method. This is 21. So 1, 0, 10, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So you can see this. So if I apply this, so I'm getting P value as 1001. If I take 37, still I'm getting the 1001. So decimal is there, no? 1 minute. 1001. So 2 decimal is there. Sorry. So the value 2 decimal is there. So the value is 100.001. 100.01. So you can see. So still, if I'm taking 37%, still the P is more than R. You can see this. Still your P is more than R till 37. You can see P is 100.01 while your R is 100. If you take any value more than 37, if I take 38 means I'm gone. Then P would be less than R. I hope you are clear with this. Everyone, everyone is clear with this part? Everyone is clear with this part? Hmm. So, so exam and all, you can, if more and more questions we practice, for more and more questions we can practice, it would be better for us for the exam preparation. We have to learn which questions we have to do with options, which question we can do without options. All that we have to learn with time. So more we learn, it would be better for us. Okay. See this question number 77. Please try question number 77. Everyone, please try question number 77. Anyone, what is the answer for this question? Everyone, please tell me the answer for this question. What about others? What is the answer for this question? Shilpa, what is the answer? Tejashwani, what is answer? Vasuki, Veera, Yashash, Yatish, what is answer? Please tell me the answer. Pavi, what is answer? Nutan, Nikita, answer. Everyone, please write down the answer. Hussain, what is answer? Everyone try this question. You can easily get the answer for this question. It is not a difficult question. Very good, Shilpa. Everyone please try. Bhavan, try again. Yashash, good. Rishikesh, good. Everyone tell me the answer for this question. Hmm. Everyone, Soumya, if you have any doubt, please ask me. Please write in the chat window whatever your doubt is there. So is this question A earns 25% more than B. So suppose B earns B. So how much A earns? A earns 25% more than B. So 25% more than me, B means 1.25 B. You have to understand this. 25% more means 1.25. Please understand. 35% more means 1.35. 65% more means 1.65. 85% more means 1.85. 89% more means 1.89. Okay, 10% less means 0.9. 15% less means 0.85. 65% less means 0.35. So you learn this. So so you otherwise you'll waste your time writing step by step. So A earns 25% more than B. So you write step by step. So let B earns B. Let B earns B. So how much A earns? So how much A earns? A earns 25% more. So B plus 25% more. So you're wasting your time. If you're writing like this means you're wasting your time. 25% more बेटा 25% मतलब 0.25 होता है ना बेटा है ना 25% more so 25% so don't waste your time writing 0.25 and 25% is 0.25 I don't think you should not have any doubt on this part okay so let B earns B so A earns 1.25 B 1.25 matlab what is 1.25 1.25 matlab 5 by 4 you should be in position to convert everything into fraction. So if B earns B, so how much A earns? A earns 5 by 4B. If you do in fraction, you can do it faster. 1.25 matlab 1.2. What is 1.2 in fraction? 12 by 10 means 6 by 5. What is 1.25? 1.25 means 125 by 100. 125 by 100 matlab 25 by 20. 25 by 20 matlab 5 by 4. है ना? So we should always be in a position that we can write everything in fraction. So if let so here if B earns exam I will not have that much time to luxury to write so much. And so A earns 25% more than B means how much A is earning 1.25 B means A is earning 5 by 4 B. Okay, C earns 25% more than A. So how much C earns? C earns what? He earns 25% more than A. 25% more means 1.25. So C earns 25% more than A. So how much C is earning? 1.25 means 5 by 4. 5 by 4 into 5 by 4. So how much C is earning? C is earning 25 by 16. So C earns 25% more than A. So if A is earning 5 by 4, on that 25% more. You can waste your time if you do like this step by step, means you're gone. 25% more means 1.25. 35% more means 1.35. 40% more means 1.4. 85% more means 1.85. 55% more means 1.55. So C is earning how much? 25 by 16. Okay, and then it is written A earns 20% more than D. A earns 20% more than D. So means A earns 20% more than D. How much A earns? A is 5 by 4B. So 1.2 means you can write 6 by 5. So with this you can value of D. What is the value of D? The value of D is 25 by 24B. So I'm writing everything in one variable. I'm writing everything in one variable. So what is B? So B is B. What is A? A is 5 by 4B. What is C? C is 25 by 16B. What is D? D is 25 by 24B. So everything I'm writing in the term of B, so that when I solve it become easy for me. So here 5 variables are given, A, B, C. So I'm preferring to solve everything in one variable in the term of B. Okay. And then the last line is E earns 20% more than A. Last line is E earns 20% more than A. So E earns 20% more than A. So how much E earns? E earns 20% more than A. 1.2, 20% means 1.2. 1.2 means 6 by 5. So what is A? How much is the A value? A value is 5 by 4. So how much E earns? 5 get cancelled. How much E earns? 3 by 2. This is the value of E. So you got the value of A, you got the value of B, you got the value of C, you got value of D, you got value of E. Everything you got in the term of B. So the good thing here is that all the values A, B, C, D, E, we got in the term of B. Any variable doesn't matter. You in exam when you read the question, you decide which variable you want to solve the question. And you can solve the question using working on that variable. Okay, so B is B, A is 5 by 4B, C is 25 by 16B, D is 25 by 24B, and E is 3 by 2B. This is done, everyone? Everyone understood this? Everyone understood this? What doubt you have, Harshita? It is written, Harshita, A earns 25% more than B. So I took B as B. So A is earning 25% more, Harshita. 25% more means 25% more means what? 1.25B. 25% more. 25% more means anything. If anything is 25% more, if think in the term of 100, if B is 100, suppose if B is 100, so A is 25% more, then how much A? A is 125. If B is 100, A is 25% more. So what is A? A is 125. Okay, so if B is B, then A is 25% more. So see, you have to save your time in exam. If you not save your time in exam, means it become very difficult. Let the B is B. So if A is 25% more, if A is 25% more than B, so if A is 25% more than B, then A is 25% more. So what is the value of A? A is 25% more. So A is 1.25B. So this 1.25, I wrote 5 by 4. If I write 1.25, too much decimals will come. So we need to avoid decimals. And 1.25 means 5 by 4, Harshita. So the value of A is 1.25B, or I can write 5 by 4B. Once you've done that, then it is written about C. It is written about C. The C earns 25% more than A. C earns 25% more than A. So whatever is the A value, 25% more. So how much C earns? Same thing. How much C earns? C earns A plus 25% on A. Sorry, 25% on A. Okay, so how much C earns? C earns 1.25 A. So what is 1.25? 5 by 4. What is A? A is 5 by 4 B. So you will get the value of C. And you get the value of C. Once you get the value of C, you can find the value of D. So what is the value of D? So what is the value of D? So D is written A earns 20% more than D. Here it is written A earns 20% more than D. So A earns 20% more than D. 20% more means 1.2. 1.2 means 6 by 5. Okay. So I can again write D in the term of A. Then I wrote for E. E earns 20% more than A. So please pay attention here. So once you get this value, you can add them. What is A plus B plus C plus D plus E? You can add them. So A is 5 by 4. A is 5 by 4. B is B. C is how much? 25 by 16. B. Now what is D? What is D? D is 25 by 24. B. What is E? E is 3 by 2B. Now add them. What is the LCM? LCM, I think you will get 24 only. 4, 16, 24. You will get LCM. How much you will get LCM? LCM, no. 24 you will not get. 48 you will get LCM. 16, 24 is not divisible by 16. So the LCM you will get 48. So once you get the LCM 48, now solve it. 48 divided by 4 is 12. 12 5s are 60. 60B plus 48B. Now simple calculation. 16 3s are 48. 25 3s are 75B plus 2s are 50B plus 24 3s are 72B. Now if you solve this, I think you will get 305B by 48. You will get this value. Now you will get this value. And so 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus 2, 15. 1 carry. Then 6 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 3, 1, 13, 20, 25, 32. 25, then 325. Now 1 minute. 60 plus 48 is 108. So this unit digit is 8 plus 5 is 13, 2, 15, 1 carry. So this is 10, 10 plus 1. This is 10, 10 plus 1, 2, 10 plus 1, 11. 11 plus 7, 18. 8 plus 5, 23. 23 plus 7, 30. Yeah. So you will get 305B by 40. Get this value. So now you get this value. Now you see the question. In the question, what is written? In the question, if you read the question, what is written in the question? That A, B, C, D, E earns a integer. I understand the term. What is integer? So A, B, C, D, E earns integer amount less than 100. So all the values of A, B, C, D, E, they are integer. I think everyone understand integer. Integer have a denominator 1. And everyone understand integer. So A, B, C, D, E, integer less than 100. So what is the total amount what they will put together? What is the total amount they will put together? So what is the total amount they put together? What is the sum? Sum is 305. The sum is 305 by 48. So you should understand that this should be integer. This should be an integer. How this is integer? This is integer because B is 48. Then only this can be integer. You have to understand here in the question it is written every A, B, C, D, E all are integer. It is written in the problem A, B, C, D, E, they are integer. So if you add them, you can never get a fraction like this. So how you are getting a fraction? This 305 by 48, 305 by 48B by 48B is a integer. It is an integer. So how you get an integer? How this is integer? This is integer only if B is 48. If B is 48, then what is the sum? If B is 48, what is the sum? Sum is 305. That's it. So these are good level questions. So the reason why I'm discussing this question is that if you get difficult problem in exam, you can easily solve them. Solving them, then it won't be difficult part for you. Clear, everyone? Everyone understood this concept? Everyone understood this? Fine. So these all are important thing. Now guys, if I ask you one thing, what is root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6, if it goes till infinity, what is the answer for this question? What is the answer for this question? Anyone knows this? Anyone knows what is the answer for this question? Anyone want to try? What is the answer for this? Anyone, what is the answer for this question? If I ask you this, nay, Rishikesh, 6 is not the answer. So you have to understand this. So what you can do, no, Soumya. So you have to understand this. I'm not asking the square root of 6. So you have to understand this, how to solve these kind of question. You can assume this is equal to x. You can assume this is equal to x. Okay, this is pattern which goes infinity. So you can assume this is equal to x. Now the same thing you can write as root of 6 plus x is equal to x. Now the same thing you can write like this. Now the same thing you can write like this. Because that is a pattern. This is the pattern. It keep going on. See, same pattern is happening from here. You can note the same pattern is going from here. You can notice this pattern, same pattern is going from here. You see the pattern, the same pattern is going from here. Same pattern is repeating. So I assume this is equal to x. So means root of 6 plus x is equal to x, because that is a pattern. 3 is the answer. Very good, Savita. So you this is a pattern. It goes like this. This is a pattern. It is following that pattern. Okay. So now if you square both sides, if you do squaring both sides, so I can say 6 plus x is equal to x square. I can say 6 plus x is equal to x square. So I can say that x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So I can say that x square minus 6 minus x minus 6 equal to 0. Now everyone knows how to solve a quadratic equation. X square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. So you know how to solve a quadratic equation. Everyone knows how to solve a quadratic equation. So you will get x plus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. So the value of x you will get is 3 and minus 2. So the answer, what is the value of x? So the value of x is 3. Is this clear, everyone? If I ask you this question, imagine if I ask you this question, root of 20 minus root of 20 minus root of 20 minus root of 20, if it goes to infinity, so what you will do, you will write this is equal to x. So you'll write root of 20 minus x equal to x, and you can solve it. Fine, everyone? Everyone? Pavi, please reply. Ita, Shilpa, Shri, Soumya, Tejaswini, Venkatesh, Yashash, please reply. Clear? Harshita, Rishikesh, Ishwarya, Kailash, Hussain, Neha, Nikita, Nutan, Savita, Shilpa. Clear, everyone? Soumya, Tejas, Yatish. Are you understanding this? You can write them in this manner. So Shilpa is asking me, sir, how it comes x equal to 3. Acha, Shilpa, so have you understood this? You know how to solve quadratic equation, Shilpa? So this is the quadratic equation, Shilpa, you get. Ha, beta, so Shilpa, you got now, Shilpa. So you got beta this equation called, you got this equation called x minus 3 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. So means x value is equal to 3 and x value equal to minus 2. Ab, Achha, yeah, now have you understood, Shilpa? Now, this is the one way you can solve it like this way, or there's a shortcut method is there. You can solve it by using shortcut method. You can solve it by using shortcut method. All these questions you can solve very fast by using shortcut method. Okay, now you can solve all these questions very fast by using shortcut method. All these questions you can solve very fast by using shortcut method. Okay, now see the number. What is the number here? What is the number here? The number here is 20. Okay, can you write 20? Is it possible? Can you write 20 as n into n plus 1? Can you write 20 in the form of n into n plus 1? Yes, 20 is 4 into 5. Can you write 6 as n into n plus 1? Yes, 6 is 2 into 3. Can you understand this? Can you write 20 here, whatever is the number? Can you write that number in the form of n into n plus 1? Just see if that is possible. Very good, Anusha. That 4 is answer. So can you write 20? Can you write 20 as n into n plus 1? Yes. Can you write 6 as n into n plus 1? Yes. Now, if minus sign is there, if minus sign is there, if minus sign is there, then the answer is smaller variable. If minus sign is there, then answer is smaller variable. If plus sign is there, if plus sign is there, then answer is bigger variable. That's it. You got the answer. If minus sign is there, then your answer is smaller variable. If plus sign is there, your answer is the bigger variable. Your work is done. If minus sign is there, then your answer is smaller variable. While if plus sign is there, then your answer is variable. And I understood this. So if minus sign is there, if minus sign is there, if minus sign is there, sign is there, then your answer is smaller variable. If minus sign is there, then your answer is smaller variable. If plus sign is there, your answer is bigger variable. Your work is done. That's it. If I ask you what is root 56 minus root 56 minus root 56 till infinity, what is the answer? Fast. Shilpa, tell me the answer fast. What is the answer? Root 56 minus root 56 minus root 56. till infinity. What is the answer? Fast, tell me the answer. Seven is the answer. Very good, Yashish. Very good. Ahita, sorry, I could not pronounce your name. Atika. Very good. Very good. 7 is there because you can write 56 as 7 into 8. And here minus sign is there. So answer is 7. That's it. है ना? You understanding na? If I asking you root 72 plus root 72 plus root 72 plus root 72, if that goes till infinity, what is the answer? Answer is 9. Done everyone? है ना? Understood this? Now, what about this case? If I ask you root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5 till infinity, or if I give you this root 7 minus root 7 minus root 7 minus root 7 till infinity. Imagine if I give you prime number. Now you say, sir, 5 to I can't write as a product of two variable. How will I write 5 as a product of two variable? So that is not possible. Yeah. So what is the formula for this? So the formula for this is root of 4a plus 1. Root of 4a plus 1. See the sign. If plus sign is there, so plus sign is there, so plus 1 by 2. While if minus sign is there, then formula is root of 4a plus 1 minus 1 by 2. This is the formula. So if plus sign is there, then put plus sign outside. While if minus sign is there, put minus sign outside. This is the formula. Very important for exam point of view. Many exam, they ask you questions on this. Very, very important thing what I am telling you right now. What is happening? So here, what is the answer for this? The answer for this is root 21 plus 1 by 2. What is the answer for this? This is root 29 minus 1 by 2. Beta, ये shortcut formula है. This is a shortcut formula. If you want me to solve, so I can solve it like this. I can assume that is equal to x. So I got root of 5 plus x equal to x. So I'll get 5 plus x equal to x square. So I get a quadratic equation, x square minus x square. Then I get x square minus x minus 5 equal to 0. So I can write this as x square minus 6x. So not you can't do it like that. So you apply that formula what you learned in quadratic equation, minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. You apply that formula, then you will get the same answer. So this is the, if you see this is the formula. This is the shortcut formula. Remember the shortcut formula. Okay, so just if you cannot break that number, so you can remember the shortcut formula. It will give you the answer very easily. Otherwise, you know this formula. Everyone, otherwise you know this formula. With that formula, you can easily solve any question. And you can, I think everyone knows quadratic equation and all. And everyone knows this formula. So x square minus x plus 5 something is there. You got. This is the formula, minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. You studied in your schools and all this formula. So every question you can solve by using that formula. Otherwise, you remember this shortcut. Fine, everyone? Everyone fine with this? Any doubt anyone have? 7 4s are 28. What is a here? A is that variable. A is this variable. 7 fours are 28 plus 1, 29. So why I'm putting minus sign here? Why I'm putting minus sign? Because here minus is there. Because here minus is there. Here plus sign is there, so I'm putting plus here. What doubt you have, Shilpa? I think Shilpa has not understood. So this is the formula, guys. This is the formula. You have to apply this formula. So if you get this question, this is the formula you have to apply. This is formula root of 4a plus 1. Here plus sign is there, so plus 1 by 2. So here what is a? A is that variable. What is a? A is this 5. A is this 5. So under square root put 5. Root of 4 plus 4 into 5 plus 1 plus 1 by 2. So you'll get root of 21 plus 1 by 2. Fine. Here you'll put 4 into 7 plus 1. Here minus sign is there. So minus 1 by 2. So this is root of 29 minus 1 by 2. Clear? Huh? Now if you see something written like this, root of 7 plus root of 7 minus root of 7 plus then root of 7 minus plus minus plus minus plus minus. If it given plus minus like this, or it is given like this, root of 11 minus then 11 plus 11 minus 11 plus goes to infinity. So plus minus or minus plus minus minus plus. If you notice this is plus minus plus minus. If you notice this is minus plus minus plus. So if you get these kind of problem, then what is the shortcut formula? The shortcut formula is root of 4a minus 3. A plus minus there is, so plus 1 by 2. Here minus plus is there, so root of 4a minus 3. Here minus 1 by 2. Remember the shortcut formula. Plus minus there, so use plus sign outside. If minus plus is there, so put minus sign outside. Nikita, देख बेटा, if plus minus is there, so put plus sign outside. If minus plus is there, so put minus sign outside. So the answer for this would be 3. So this is 7 4s are 28. 28 minus 3, 25. The square root of 25 is, so this answer would be 3. And this answer would be 11 4s are. 11 4s are how much? 44 minus 3. So the answer is root 41 minus 1 by 2 for this question. And this question answer is 3. And please remember this, for exam point of view, this is very important concept. Clear everyone? Nikita is asking, clear sir. Third, 3 how? 3, acha 3 how she's asking. Ha beta, in place of A put 7. 4 into 7 minus 3 plus 1 by 2. So what is 7 4s are, Nikita? 7 4s is 28. 28 minus 3 is, Nikita, 25. So root of 25 is 5. 5 plus 1 by 2, Nikita, is 3. Acha, you are formula. See, Nikita, if you want how formula, I can do that. How this formula, so, but only thing, you people will not like it. I can do this. I can do this. It goes till infinity. Take this as a x. So see the pattern where your pattern is repeating. So root of 7 plus root of 7 minus. Now your pattern is repeating from here. See you from where your pattern is repeating. Same thing will repeat till infinity. So this is equal to x. Now do squaring both sides. If you do squaring both sides, so 7 plus root of 7 minus x equal to x square. Now you can write root of 7 minus x equal to x square minus 7. Now again squaring both sides. So 7 minus x is equal to x square minus 7 whole square. 7 minus x is equal to x to the power 4 plus 49 minus 14 x square. So ultimately you will get a biquadratic equation called x to the power 4 minus 14 x square plus x plus 42 equal to 0. Now if you want to solve this equation, you put x equal to 3. Your LHS will become equal to RHS. So I don't want it to complicate the situation. So I developed this shortcut formula for you people so that you don't have to struggle in exam. हाँ बेटा शिल्पा वो क्वेश्चन बदल रहा है ना बेटा आप यू पीपल आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग दीज आर शॉर्टकट फॉर्मूला these are shortcut formula beta. So you cannot do it, Shilpa beta, you cannot solve it like this way. It is very lengthy. This is called biquadratic equation. You have to use trial error method. So this all become very complicated. X to the power 4 minus 14 x square plus x plus 42 equal to 0. This become biquadratic equation. Here the four values of x will be there. So you cannot solve this complicated equation. So that's why I designed easy shortcut formula for that. So this is the shortcut formula. So this is the shortcut formula. If you remember the shortcut formula, if this kind of situation will come, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, you apply the shortcut formula, get the answer. If you want mathematical explanation, I did it here. I did it here. But many of you will not mathematical models of solving the problem. You prefer because if the things will become complicated, you will not like it. So that's why I did like that way, so that it can be done very easily. Is it clear? Silpa, have you understood? This is a shortcut formula. So with this, we can get the answer very fast. And Shilpa, earlier, when I gave you that case earlier, that root of 4a plus 1, when I gave that formula to you, root of 4a plus 1 plus minus 1 by 2, that formula is to work on when same sign is there, when sign does not changes, when your sign is same. Here the sign is different, plus minus plus minus. So then if plus minus plus minus minus plus minus plus is there, if you do, that is the shortcut formula of getting the answer for those kind of problems. Okay, fine. So now you understood this, right? So you can keep that in your mind. So whenever you solve the question, it will definitely will help you. Okay, now see, try this question number 1. Everyone, please try question number 1. Everyone, did you understood question number 1? What is the answer for that? And question number 1, everyone. Everyone understanding? Anyone have doubt in question number 1? So three numbers are there. The ratio is 3 is to 5 is to 7. To take one number 3x, another number 5x, third number 10x. The sum is 75. So you can write 15x is equal to 75. So x is equal to 5. So if x is equal to 5, so what is 3x? So 3x would be 15. What is 5x? 5x would be 25. What is 7x? 7x would be 35. Now try question number 2, everyone. Everyone, please try question number 2. Very good, Savita. Now try question number 2. If you have any doubt, please write in the chat box. Anyone have any doubt? Question number 2. How to solve question number 2? So question number 2. The sum of two number A and B is 120 and they are in ratio 5 is to 1. So if A and B are in ratio 5 is to 1, so take A as 5x and B as x. A and B are in ratio 5 is to 1. So take A as 5x, B as x. So the sum of A and B is 6x. So 6x is equal to 120. So the value of x is 20. So if the value of x is 20, so A is 5 into 20 means 100. B is 20 only. So what they're asking you 3 into A, 3 into 100 plus 4 into 20 they're asking you. You will get 380. Understood, everyone? Anyone have doubt? Now see this question number 3rd. Try question number 3rd. Try question number 3rd. In election, so question number 3rd, when you see question number 3rd, in election, out of total number of votes, only 70% of people voted. So in election, out of total number of votes, suppose the total number of votes, suppose the total number of voters, suppose the total number of voter was 100. Suppose the total number of voter was 100. So only 70% voted. So how many voted? So total voted. How many voted? Only 70% voted. So how many actually voted? Only 70 people have voted. In election, out of total number of vote, only 70% voted. So what is the total number of people who voted? Is 70. And then what is written? And the loser got 20% of total number of votes in the voting list. So it is written in the question that the loser got 20% of total number of votes in the voting list. What is the total number of people in the voting list? 100. So how much the vote loser got? Loser got 20% of that, means loser got 20. So total 70 people have voted and loser got 20. So how much the winner got? So the winner got 50. So the winner got 50. So winner got 50. So what question is that? Question is the question is what is the ratio of voted secured by winner? So they're asking you what is the ratio of voted secured by winner and the total number of votes cast. Total vote cast. What is the total vote cast? So how much the winner got? Winner is 50. What is the total vote cast? 70. So what is the ratio? 5:7. Clear everyone? Now question number 4. Try question number 4. Everyone try question number 4. Question number 4. Everyone try. Find the fraction. Find the fraction that bear the same ratio to 49 by 143. Suppose a fraction is a. So what that fraction bear with 49 by 43? That fraction is the numerator of this fraction 49 by 43. It is a numerator of that. So find a fraction that bear the same ratio to 49 by 143. That the same ratio, whatever that a bear with 49 by 13, the same ratio 39 by 77 does to 6 by 55. This is what you need to solve. So very simple. You just let me. So now I can write this as 143 by 49a is equal to 39 by 77 into 6 by 55. 39 by 77 into 6, then 6 by 45. Now you just need to solve this. Now you need to solve this. How to solve? This is 7. This is 11 5s. This is 11 7s. This is 7s. This is 13 11s. This is 13 3s. This is 3 2s. So ultimately you will get 11a by 7 equal to 5 by 2. Means what is the A value? 35 by 22. Clear everyone? Was the question. So find a fraction that bear the same ratio to 49 by 143 that 39 by 77 does to 6 by 55. So you just whatever the relation A, suppose my fraction is A, okay. So that is of my fraction. My fraction is A. So that relation what my fraction A is having with 49 by 143, the same relation 39 by 77 is having with 6 by 55. Now just you need to solve it. Clear everyone? Nikita, you understood? Nikita, Nutan, Neha, Pavi, Savita, Silpa, Shri, Tejashwini, Venkatesh, Yatish. Any doubt anyone having? Okay, so now try this question. Question number 5th. Try this question number 5th. Question number 5th. Everyone. Question number 5th. Everyone. Yeah. Any I understood any. You will get after the class. Question number 5th. Question number 5th. Everyone, please subscribe to my channel in YouTube. You can find my channel. My name is Amit Kumar Singh. So you can search. You can find my channel in YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. All the important videos related to your PGCT exam, everything I'll develop for you people so that you will get the best result for your exam. So please subscribe to my channel. Like the videos. If you go through any video, if you like the class, please click on the like button. Your subscription motivates us a lot. So when we see people are watching our videos and if they're following us, we feel more motivated to do more hard work. Everyone, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Okay, so very good, Savita. Savita is giving correct answer for all questions. Very good, Savita. So in this question, the ratio of present age of Manoj to Wasim is 3 by 11. So let the Manoj age is 3x and the Wasim age is 11x. The ratio of present age of Manoj and Wasim is 3 to 11. So let the Manoj age is 3x and Wasim age is 11x. Okay, it is written Wasim is 12 years younger than Rehana. So Wasim is 12 years younger than Rehana means Rehana is 12 years older than Wasim. So what is the age of Rehana? Rehana is 12 years older than Wasim. So what is the age of Rehana? Rehana age would be 11x plus 12. Rehana is 12 years elder than Wasim. Very good, Annie. Very good, Nikita. Uh, Manoj is 3x. Ratio of age of Manoj and Wasim. So Manoj is 3x. So Wasim age is 11x. Rehana is 12 years elder than Wasim. So Rehana age is 11x plus 12. So Rehana age after 7 years will be 85. Right now Rehana age is 11x plus 12. So after 7 years her age would be 11x plus 90 and that is equal to 85. So it means 11x is equal to 66. is what is the value of x? X is 6. So if the value of x is 6, then what is the age of Mohan? Manoj, the age of Manoj is 18. 6 3s are 18. What is the age of Manoj's father, who is 25 years older than Manoj? So Manoj's father is 25 years older than Manoj. So what is the age of Manoj's father? Manoj's father age would be 43. Understood everyone? Very simple. Clear everyone? You are understanding everyone? So easy, right? You can solve this question. So I'll send you these questions in group. I'll send you these questions in the group. Answer is already mentioned. So if you have any doubt, I'll discuss your doubts, everything tomorrow. In case if you still have doubts in these questions, you can solve these questions. So around how many questions are there? Around 16 plus, so 16 plus 27. So around 43 questions are there on ratio and proportion. You can solve these questions. And if you have any doubt, we'll discuss your doubts tomorrow. Okay. So some questions are very easy. Some questions are very easy. See this question number 11. See this question number 11. Some questions are very easy. See this question number 11. Okay, see this 11. The ratio of, remember this, the ratio of A is to B, if suppose small a is to small b and b is to c, is suppose m is to n. Now the ratio of A is to B is to C is AM is to BM is to BM. This is a shortcut formula. So the ratio between A is to B is 4 is to 7. The ratio of B is to C is 5 is to 9. So the ratio of A is to B is to C is 4 5s are 20, 7 5s are 35, and 9 7s are 63. Done. This is the ratio. Have you understood this? So please write down the feedback of today class. Everyone, so please write down the feedback of today class. So ratios and all, easy chapter. It's not at all difficult chapter. You can do it very easily. So you can, so questions and all, if you get, you can solve them very easily. Solving them is not at all difficult for you. Now, have you heard of Chris? Anyway, so very less people are there. So we'll discuss them tomorrow only. So I wanted to discuss more, but people are very less right now present. So I'll discuss when everyone is there. So please write down the feedback of the class. So anyone have any doubt, anything you want to ask? Anyone want to ask anything? Anyone have any doubt? Please write down the feedback, everyone. Anusha, Ahita, Dhanush, Dhruti, Elvita, Guna, Ishwarya, Kailash, Mohammad Hussain, Neha. Any question you have before I wind up the class? So now I wanted to teach more, but the number of students are very less. So we'll do when everyone is there around. And Pavi, any doubt you have, Pavi? Pavi has not said a single word in the class. Savita is very good. I, Savita will definitely will get best of percentile in the exam. Shilpa is also doing very hard work. Venkatesh is very good. Beginning, feeling lot of answer. Suddenly Venkatesh becomes silent. Neha, I don't remember her answers. Ishwarya also I don't remember. Hussain, anything you want to ask Hussain? Shilpa Shri, anything you want to ask? Also Elvita also today did not discuss at all. Okay, guys. So we I wanted to teach more, but by looking at the current batch size, I'm not getting that much motivation. So anyway, so it was nice interacting with you all. So if you have any concern, please let me know. So Neha, Venkatesh, everyone, thank you everyone. Thank you Nikita. Nikita, ask Nikita, Shilpa. They keep asking if they don't understand. They are very interactive. I really like the spirit. If you interact more I'll understand about you all. Yashash, very good. Yeah, Venkatesh, Annie, Guna, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I hope your preparation is going well for the PGCT exam. You are doing syllabus, beta. Syllabus you can type in Google if you want. Otherwise, more or less everything is there. In arithmetic, you have for percentage, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, in then time and work, time, speed and distance. In algebra, you have linear equation, quadratic equation. Then you have numbers, then permutation, combination, probability, basics of geometry in mathematics. In logical reasoning, you have directions, blood relation, puzzles, setting arrangement, number series. So all these questions are there. Statement and conclusion, logical deduction, syllogism. So like like normally what exam, any exam, competitive exam have the same syllabus. This is also having. Okay, guys. So the same syllabus Savita is there. If you type in Google Savita PGCT syllabus, you'll get all the information. And even then, if you have doubt, so please ask me. My team is there. Punita madam is there. She will help you. I think Punita madam is listening to me. So Punita madam can help you with that part. You can contact Punita madam for PGCT syllabus. Anything, any doubt you have in regard of MBA, we you can contact my iDream team. So you Harsha sir is there. So you can ask them anytime. They will definitely help you. Okay. Anyone, any doubt, anything you want to ask before I wind up the class? Okay, everyone. Then I think everyone is leaving the group. It's time to say goodbye to all of you. Thank you, everyone. Take care. God bless you. Bye.